we are in the kitchen getting ready for our Memorial Day barbecue, and I wanted to just show you guys what we do. This is going to be kind of a little all over the place, very not like my usual cook with me's, but yeah, this is just what we cook for holidays. These are family favorites, and we have our family coming over, and we're just having some good food, good drinks, good times, and I wanted to show you guys what we're doing. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you. Leo's actually preparing the meat, so I'm gonna go ahead and show that to you. And we got a couple salads we're making, and I'm gonna be popping it in throughout the video. All right, let me show you guys. All right, what do you got there?
I'm just taking off.
Well, what kind of meat is it?
It's a bone-in ribeye roast. So I'm just taking off a little bit of the bone felt. This stuff's kind of chewy and tough, so that's not something you want to eat.
So how should they cut it?
You just kind of cut along the bone right here, along the top right here. So you just kind of trim along the bone right here. You don't have to get too close to the bone. Sometimes you want to leave a little bit of meat on there. You could actually grill this or throw this in the oven or in a soup or something. I'll probably throw this on the grill for a few hours and it'll come out real nice and tender.
And what would you just eat it? Like ribs or something?
Yeah, you could just put a little bit of seasoning or something on it. Sometimes this side right here has a little bit of skin on there, so you just want to take your knife and run that along the bone right there too. And just pull that back, it'll come right off.
So the name of the cut of the rib is what again?
It's a bone-in rib roast.
A bone-in rib roast. And you're cutting it for what are you going to do with it?
I'm just taking the bone off so we can make some steaks out of it. We bought this this roast a couple of months ago, and I was supposed to make a nice prime rib roast, but the heat snuck up on us, so we're not going to turn the oven on, so we're just going to take the bone off of it and throw that on the grill and then cut some nice ribeye steaks out of it. So depending on how, you can make these as thick or as thin as you want. I'm probably going to make them a little bit on the thinner side, but
so make sure you have a sharp knife, right?
yeah, as long as you have a sharp knife, you'll be alright.
Ooh, those look pretty.
A lot of people, if you want to trim them up, you can. I like leaving this part on, but a lot of people like to trim that off. It's still got a little bit of meat in there, but if you let that get burnt, nice and burnt on the grill, that tastes really good. So it's not the healthiest for you, but it tastes delicious.
This is not a diet-based cook with me at all today, guys. This is just, what are we gonna call it? Grilling favorites or something like that? I don't know. This is just some, like I said, good eating, some good food. All right, so we're gonna start seasoning the meat. What are you seasoning with?
I'm just putting a little bit of olive oil around here. Not a lot, just a little bit, so that the seasoning kind of sticks to the meat. And I like to just use just regular steak seasoning or salt, pepper, garlic if you wanted to too. When you got a decent piece of meat, you don't have to put a marinade or a rub on it. I don't care for rubs or marinades on steaks. So I just go with always something simple like steak seasoning or, like I said, garlic, salt, or pepper.
You just coat them?
Yep.
On both sides or only one side?
I do both.
So how many steaks do we have here?
Yeah, I bought an 8-pound roast, and I got 15 steaks. So they're probably all about 8-ounce steaks. Probably 9-ounce steaks, probably.
Nice. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and season the rest of this meat, but this is what is going to be on the menu for tomorrow, and we also have some chicken drumsticks, and I think that's the two main dishes, right? And then we have some side salads. So we're gonna do a pasta salad, a potato salad. What else am I making? Oh, I am also making Jen from Cook, Clean, and Repeat her baked beans. So I'm gonna do those tomorrow, though. This is the day before. I'm just gonna throw them in my crock pot. So if you guys are interested in her recipe, I will have her channel and everything linked down below, so you guys can give it a whirl. I'm very excited. And my mom's bringing some side salads, and my mother-in-law, and we are doing s'mores. So we're gonna go ahead and finish this up, and I will check in with you guys in a little bit. Alright guys, I'm gonna go ahead and show you how I do my pasta salad. So what I have here is just like one box of pasta salad cooked, And what I do is I take, for 1 pound of pasta salad, I use one of these zesty Italian dressings. Just shake it up. And I just pour the whole thing on there. And then I just kind of mix it in. And then I'm going to take some chopped up cucumbers and I put that in there. And then you're going to take some chopped up tomato. And then this is just a brick of cheese, and you can get them from all your like local grocery stores. This is Kobe Jack, and I'm just going to go ahead and sprinkle that in there. Alright, to season it, I'm going to take some garlic, and I'm pretty generous with the seasoning, guys. So I would probably say about 2 tablespoons of garlic. The reason I like making pasta salad is it's very hearty. Everybody likes it, and it's really cheap. So I get my box of pasta for about 85 cents at Aldi. This dressing I think is about like $1.50 from Aldi. The seasonings, I usually always have them on hand, and the brick of cheese is I think $1.50 or $2, and then the produce. So $5 or $6, and you can feed a good amount of people. So I'm going to take some Italian seasoning. And I would say probably another 2 tablespoons of this. I'm going to take some oregano leaves and basil leaves, about a tablespoon of each. And then you're going to add them to the salad. And then about a teaspoon of salt and pepper. So I always make sure I get the zesty Italian dressing. I just think that one gives it more flavors, or more flavor. If you didn't want to do like the Aldi brand, I like, my favorite is, I forget the brand of it now. Wishbone. Yeah, that's my favorite one, is Wishbone. I prefer that to the Kraft if you wanted to get like a name brand one. Alright, so this is kind of what it's going to look like in the end. I just have it in one of these steel dishes or steel pans. You can put some fresh pepperoni on the top. You can serve it with fresh mozzarella cheese. That would be really good, whatever you guys want to do. But this is just how I just throw it together every time I usually make it. And this is that one dish that your family always asks me to, or my family always asks me to bring. So there is one of my little family favorites. So the next thing we're going to do is a homemade potato salad. So basically what we did is we took about 4 pounds of potatoes, diced them up, and then we went ahead and boiled them. We boiled them until they were soft but not mushy, because you wanted to still have a little, well, at least we don't want mashed potato salad. We wanted to have, they still have a bite. So we have the 4-pound bag of potatoes cooked, ready to go. We have about a half dozen of hard-boiled eggs chopped up. And then I have about, I don't know, a half a jar of these kosher dill pickles here, chopped up. Need something? And then what we're going to use is just some mayonnaise and a little bit of yellow mustard. So what we're going to do is just take some mayonnaise. I take a little bit, goes a long way. I don't want it to be like soupy. So I'll start out with about 2 tablespoons, and then I'm going to mix it together and then see how it looks. It's a light mayonnaise if you wanted to, but I feel like those taste a little weird to me, like sweet or something. I'm going to take probably altogether I do about 3.5 tablespoons of mayonnaise. I'm going to go ahead and add in the egg. I always start out little by little, because it's better. You can't, once you add something, you can't take it away. You could always add more, but you can't take it away, you know? So don't go crazy with some of this stuff. Just put all your other things in, give it a taste, and then go from there. I'm gonna add in those pickles. Each family does it differently. My grandma used to use relish or sweet pickles. She would use like either like the sweet gherkins, or she would do like a sweet relish. So we're gonna add in just some mayonnaise. I would say probably just about a tablespoon.
Mustard.
Or I'm sorry, mustard. Just maybe about a tablespoon. Just to give it a little bit of color and like that tang. Again, you could always add more. I like doing a lot of these like classic side salads because they really go a long way and they're very inexpensive. Like the bag of potatoes I think was like $2, and the mayonnaise was a couple bucks. The pickles were like a couple dollars, and it's, you know, filling. You could have it for leftovers during the week. So I'm gonna put a little bit of salt and pepper. I don't know, to your taste. I don't go heavy with the salt because Leo doesn't like it like that. And people could always add more salt. You can really ruin a dish because I've done it by adding too much salt. I'm gonna take one of these bowls and put out a little bit into this aside just to try it, see how it tastes. Leo tried it, I tried it. A little bit more mayonnaise. A little bit more mustard. And just, I'm gonna splash in just a little bit of the pickle juice, because that's what my grandma used to do, and a little bit more salt and pepper. So here we go. Here is our potato salad, and yeah, that will sit in the fridge until tomorrow morning when we have our company. But like I said, super easy, family classic, feeds a bunch on a budget. But all right, there we go. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to wrap up this video. It's about 9:15. If you guys are like, hey Danielle, you've wore that shirt in 3 different videos. It's because I recorded all those videos today. Sorry, I forget to change my shirt. I'm just not that hip of a YouTuber yet. But I just wanted to kind of show you guys what I eat or how I cook for my family when they're coming for, you know, it's for a barbecue. You know, not everybody eats the way I eat, and sometimes you just gotta make the stuff that the family likes. And unfortunately, it's not always the most diet friendly or Weight Watchers, low carb, whatever way of eating you are following. Sometimes it just doesn't fit into it. But nonetheless, I hope you guys have an awesome holiday. And if you guys like any of these little recipes, or if you guys have any of your own, any of your like family favorites that you want to share, I would love to hear them. You know, it's always good to get together with the family and just really appreciate your time together. So I'm a big fan of that. But if you guys are new here, I would love for you to stick around. These kinds of cook with me's don't ever really happen on my channel. I'm usually very, very good at watching my P's and Q's and really watching my eating. But again, it's a holiday and I just wanted to give you guys a little something else. So, all right, guys, have a wonderful, wonderful day, and thank you so much for hanging out with me. Don't forget to subscribe and all that good stuff, and I will see you on the next one. I'll see you guys later.